Hello everybody, let's get into it, shall we? Let's start with the total two. So it's a bit of a drag, unfortunately, to start this way, but at the moment, the total market cap excluding Bitcoin is pushing a major resistance, 911 billion basically. So it's still a bullish chart, but there is like a major resistance here. When we were calling it for the alt season all the way back in September, basically, once we broke from this area, and we said, look, I mean, we're going to have a nice time for altcoins, and we did. And we worked out, generally speaking, that this would be the top target, to which we are now pushing at the resistance. So we have to think about that in terms of, right, what should we expect from here? Because, over the last week, we've been 5 attempts to break it and rejected each time. But, like, the flip side of that is that the more times you push a resistance, the more likely it is to break, and we are pushing it. It's not like we're having savage rejections and breaking down from a trending move. We're not. We're actually, coming back up to retest it and actually getting higher lows each time as we surf this 10 exponential. So it actually does look quite good, but we have to recognize that that was our target from September till now. So the target has been met. So, yeah, it's not for me to say to limit exposure or whatever, but you know, I always feel like changing the goalpost from an original plan, especially one that was created, in a rational mind. So what I mean by that is, look, we entered around here, like we entered around this area, and thinking about, well, largely exited around this area, and then we've been scalping and enjoying some of the rides up to this area. So if we break it, it would be good. Obviously, every resistance breaks at some point. And what would the next area of the chart look like? Well, just judging it, just very briefly over here, there is a good chance that we move our way up to 1.16 trillion. So it's a nice move, obviously, and you can extend that and you give it a measured move from resistance to the next resistance. It's a further 20, almost 21%, give or take, on the total too. So that's going to be, 20% maybe for Ethereum, maybe hundreds of percent for some of these other altcoins. And the total three is obviously, another way to look at it. We won't bother with that today. We'll look at that another time. And to couple that, we've got the Bitcoin dominance basically still finding its rejection from this area, but also still holding the weekly 20 moving average. So as far as the weekly is concerned, there's a good chance we bounce from here because we have found decent bounces from here in the past. And when we broke from here, we used it as a launching pad. So, and ahhing really whether we can continue up on this, or if we break down from here. I think traditional markets will help us when we see the open tomorrow. And they've all closed new all-time highs, so we have to respect that as well. So the market is positioned for more bullish momentum. So yeah, we'll stand back and watch and wait. But it is a resistance, so maybe allocating new positions at a resistance is not a good idea. But just to give you a little insight into an altcoin that I like and that I'm in is I know what it sounds like. It's SHIB. That's right, a little bit of SHIB. So on the daily, we've been surfing the Bollinger Band Centre, the 20 daily, sorry, and we're above all moving averages as of this moment in time. Yesterday we closed above the 10 exponential, and they're all more or less in a decent position. What we'll be looking for on this one now on the daily, considering the chart is bullish and has broken out. The breakout is basically the resistance being the 20 daily, and we've broke from there. We've moved up, we've consolidated. I'll be looking for a move up to the next area of resistance, which is 1106 points. And by then we will have a pump signal generated on the Ichimoku cloud. So we just need this Chiku span to close above the price action, which is going to close anywhere above 989 SHIB points, whatever you want to call them. So momentum on this one. It's and ahhing again. It does require, I think, the market to help lift it, but it is in a good position on its own. So if for whatever reason we do break that total two, and we do get the rejections breakdown on Bitcoin dominance, and Bitcoin stays static, and Ethereum again stays above the $3,000, then I think this one's got every chance of not just making it up to the resistance, but breaking above the resistance. And if we zoom right out, what we can see is that actually this could be considered quite a decent accumulation range. Volatile, obviously. It's been descending, and we've finally last week reclaimed the 58 exponential on the weekly, and actually we're maintaining price action above all moving averages on the weekly as well. So this looks good. First of all, to move up to the measured move, the first one, but then the next one after that it's pretty high as well. It's 1,400 points. Then we've got another one all the way up here at 1,700. We know SHIB likes to move when it wants to, and these are, I suppose, the more obvious targets. If you really want to extend that further, on a really powerful move, we could be looking to see like a 200% move on a chart like this. Now, I'm not saying that this is definitely going to happen, but lots of altcoins have good setups. And if we break that resistance and we also break the support on the Bitcoin dominance chart, then yeah, all of this is absolutely possible. What we really want to see is Bitcoin holding this area, arguably staying above the support, which is basically 50,650. And if we do come down further, the 200. Sorry, I'm still full of cold, by the way, in case you've not worked that one out. The Bollinger Band Centre of the daily is sitting at 49,800, so really not much between it. There's plenty of area to get picked up. I'm not looking for big breakdowns on this at all. If we start to consolidate in broader markets, then yeah, this probably won't stand up on these resistances and these supports, and we'll end up falling back down again. But at the moment, things do look okay, so quite optimistic despite finding our way up to that resistance. I've made it pretty clear, I'm pretty sure on this channel and obviously in the Patreon and in the Telegram, that I'm 30% in, so I'm 70% in cash. Why wouldn't you be, when you're pushing major resistances? And again, after such a significant alt season that's gone on since, October, really. So I don't really want to overexpose myself, because my bigger plan is to buy back at a later date after a consolidation has happened. But right now, 30% is still a decent amount of capital going into these markets, especially with altcoins. And my two main plays are XRP and SHIB, and they might not look like they're doing much now. That's the whole point, isn't it, really? You allocate before they move, and the moves on these ones, the measured moves on these ones are quite big, and that's the conservative expectation. 75% on SHIB, and we've spoken about XRP, but it's similar as well. First target is still about 70%, top target's about 130%. So things do look quite good. I have to say there's definitely opportunity here. Whether the markets will permit such a move is a different story, but based on their individual charts, fair play. I like these two quite a lot. And I've allocated a fair amount of cash into them, and I'm waiting for the move. And if we don't get it, it's no big deal. It's only 30%, but that's 30% of my capital. That's fine. It's no big deal. But if it does work out, then yeah, I'll be eating fillet steaks for the next few months. Right, and thanks for watching. Hope you have a nice evening. Nice day, actually. I've been up for so long. If anyone's got any ideas of decent remedies to clear head congestion in the UK as well, this isn't America. We don't have access to all your amazing medicines. We basically have sugar water over here. But if there's any ideas of what you could do to help me, because the paracetamol and ibuprofen are not touching the sides. Thanks for watching anyway. I hope you have a nice day. Take it easy.